Ma'am.
You can.
Okay. Probation Officer Brimage.
Yes, good morning.
Morning. Is your person Berkovich?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, their discharge is for February 27th.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Yes, ma'am. Morning, 36th District Court in the state of Michigan is now in session with the Honorable Tenisha Yancey presiding. While court is in session, there will be no talking, sleeping, lying down, driving, wearing of head garments unless for religious purposes, chewing of gum, or reading any materials. Proper attire is required. Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good morning to you on Zoom. Are we ready to proceed on the Brooks matter?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, let us come out of the breakout room.
Yeah, I asked for him to come out. He's not responding.
We have to get his attorney. Well, he's not here. Attorney, is it Crapall? Am I pronouncing it correctly?
It's Crapall.
Crapall. He is left. Would you like to waive his appearance?
Yes, I would just like to waive his appearance. I am just standing in for Attorney Edward Martell, so I unfortunately am not able to get in last minute contact with the client. So we could just waive his appearance.
But you did speak to him already. He understands what the plea is.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm calling the People versus Jada Maurice Brooks, ticket number SP 140-66742, one count of defective brake light. Ticket number SP 140-66741, one count of expired plate. Please state your appearance for the record.
Good morning, Judge Shannon Walker, P 53794. On behalf of the people are going to extend an offer to take one count, amend it to blockading traffic, and dismiss the other count.
Okay, and it doesn't matter which count is reduced?
It does not matter, Judge.
All right, so the court will enter a guilty plea or a responsible plea to blockading on ticket number ending in 741, just to make it easy, and 742 will be dismissed. On the blockading, there will be a fee. The assessed amount is going to be $175. When do you think your client will be able to pay that? Can he pay in 2 weeks?
Yes. Can we, if only we could just have 30 days. But that should be feasible for him to pay, yes.
Okay, so the 30 days is going to be March 15th, 2013. I am going to set this for a review as well on that date. So make sure that he knows if he does not pay by that date, and he needs to reappear here on the Zoom. So that's March 15th, so $175 due on March 15th. If he's unable to pay by March 15th, then he needs to appear for a review hearing. If he's paid, no need to appear.
Okay.
All right, thank you. That concludes this hearing.
Thank
you, Your Honor. Oh, Mr. Brooks just logged on. Could you put with him?
Mr. Brooks, we lost you for a moment. I can repeat what just happened. First of all, okay. Were you able to speak to your attorney and understood your rights?
No.
You have not spoken to your attorney about the plea offer that was made?
No, I have not.
Oh, I thought Mr. Brooks had spoken with Attorney Edward Martell. I apologize. If you could just place this into a breakout room.
Yeah, we'll put you in a breakout room so that you guys can have a brief conversation. We'll recall this matter just to make a clear record. We'll recall this matter when you're ready.
Okay.
And Your Honor, good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Malafite.
It's okay, Malafite.
Malafite. Are we ready to proceed on the other matters?
Yes, Judge, I really only have the one. It's for Chevelle Borders. That's going to be a plea to a failure to display. I'll bring him out now.
Thank you.
House counsel gave the dates. Yeah. Show cause, yes. One was arraignment on the bench warrant. Just gave him a new date, pre-trial date. You want one? Oh, there she-
Judge, I have a sergeant in a breakout room for a person that's not here. What time are we calling Capias?
Do you know if it was an 8:30 or 9 o'clock hearing?
Last name is Bills. Let me look.
I usually do an hour, so if it was 8:35 and 9:35, and if it was
Okay.
9 o'clock, 10 o'clock,
Yep, it was 8:35, so I'll tell him just hold out a few more minutes.
couple more minutes.
Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Borders, can you turn your camera on, please? Now calling the People versus Chanel Borders, ticket number P 1288410. One count of expired plates, one count of no proof of insurance, one count of failure to display valid operator's license, not on person. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney.
Apologies, Your Honor. Tim Malafite, P 72339, on behalf of Mr. Borders. Mr. Borders, please state your name for the record.
Chevelle Borders.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, there have been recommendations put forth. We'd like to take advantage of those recommendations. Specifically, you'll be pleading to one amended count of failure to display, all other counts being dismissed.
Okay, Mr. Borders, I asked you to turn your camera on. Is there a reason you haven't?
I'm trying to do that now, ma'am.
There it goes.
Counselor, there was, I believe, just one matter that is on the docket, but the court will set aside default on the other two counts. Were you able to receive a global offer on those?
Your Honor, we saw the one ticket, but I imagine we have Ms. Walker here, given the nature of the other two I am at. If the court is willing to entertain reopening those, standard offer usually would be that he'd plead to the failure to display and the other two would be dismissed, especially if they're both civil infractions. Ms. Walker, is that accurate?
Judge, what are the civil infractions for?
Just one moment. I just gave it to the clerk to check to see if they were in default. Mr. Borders, you haven't paid anything, have you?
No, sir. No, ma'am.
So the others are. So he has one expired plate. Count one is expired plate. Count two is no proof of insurance. Count three is failure to display a valid operator's license, not on person.
Judge, I'm fine with the failed to display plea and dismiss the other two tickets.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And stipulates probable cause on dismissals, Counselor?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Stipulate to the four corners of the ticket on factual basis.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Borders, you had an opportunity to speak to your attorney and he advised you of your rights.
Yes.
And did you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your guilty plea today?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that pleading guilty will waive your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing that you're waiving that right, you would still like to enter a guilty plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The court will enter a guilty plea for the failure to display on count three, dismissing counts 1 and 2. On the failure to display, I will assess a fee of $220. Mr. Borders, are you working currently?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to make that payment within the next 2 weeks?
If I could have 30 days, that would be more
Okay,
acceptable.
March 15th. You're having to March 15th to pay the $220.
Okay.
If you have not paid it by March 15th, then you need to appear here for a review hearing that the court is going to schedule. If you have paid it, you can ignore it, do not show up, but if it hasn't been paid, you need to be here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, ma'am.
Ready to proceed on any other matters, counsel?
Judge, I believe your retained matter might be ready.
Ms. Crapo, are you ready to proceed? Mr. Brooks?
We are. I apologize. We are ready.
I realize that
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
in the hearing as well, so I want to get this done as quickly as possible. So.
Thank you so much.
No worries. Recalling People versus Jaden Maurice Brooks, ticket number SP 1406674, counts 1 and 2. Please restate your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney.
Attorney Caitlin Crapo, P 86272, standing in for Attorney Edward Martell, with express permission from Mr. Brooks.
And sir, will you state your name for the record?
Jaden Brooks.
All right, so we had received an offer. Have you had an opportunity to speak to your attorney now about that offer?
Yes, ma'am.
And she advised you of your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understood those rights, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you, force you, or threaten you in exchange for your guilty plea today?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing that you're waiving that right, I believe this is just a civil infraction. It's actually a civil infraction. So, Counselor, do you stipulate to probable cause on dismissal? You're muted. Counselor, you're muted.
I apologize. Sorry, my case was called on a different case.
Okay, so really quickly, are you stipulating to probable cause on dismissal?
Yes.
And stipulate to the four corners of the ticket on factual basis?
Yes.
Okay, so the court will re-enter the amended plea of blockading, responsible to the amended plea of blockading, $175 due March 15th, 2023. If you are not able to pay that, you need to appear in court, Mr. Brooks, on March 15th, 2023 at 8:35 a.m. This case is resolved. Well, that concludes this matter.
Thank you,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Your Honor, I don't believe that I have anybody else who has any kind of plea today. The rest of mine are simply going to be dates that I can pass along to our clerk.
Okay, you already have those dates?
I was given the dates, yes, Your Honor, but I wanted to pass along the names.
I'm gonna send you a chat with my email, counsel, if you can send those names to my email.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Kaufman.
Good morning. I'm pleased to be here, Your Honor. I'm happy to announce that everything I've done has already been put into an email and sent to the court clerk. Sir, could you confirm receipt?
Officer Harris was here.
Yes, counsel.
Thank you. I'm all set. If it please the court, I won't have to bother you anymore. If you want me to stand by, I'm happy to do that as well.
I believe we're all set. Let me look and see and make sure that there's no one waiting in a breakout room.
Judge, I'm going to go in and release Sergeant Schultz.
You want me to move him into this room to release him, or you want to handle that?
You can move him in, Judge, and you can release him. That's fine too.
And it doesn't look like anyone else is waiting. Counsel, both house counsels. At this point, it is now 9:40. If no one has checked in, at this point, you are free to go.
All right. Thank you so
Sir, if
much,
I'm
Your Honor.
needed back,
Thank you,
just
Shannon.
call or email me.
Will do, thank you.
Have a great day, everybody.
You too, Council.
Bye.
In the afternoon. Insurance is fine. Oh.
I tried to let Sergeant, into the main session. Ms. Walker, can you go in there and let him know?
Let me see.
I don't think he noticed my request.
Okay, yep, I'll go in, Judge. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So how are you today, Judge?
I am doing well, Madam Court Reporter. I think that we're all set for this morning as well.
Yeah, you've had 2 great days back to back.
I don't even understand. It's scary to me.
I've never seen it go this quick, 2 days in a row, so.
Right, yeah.
Let's hold our hats for tomorrow, right? Let's see what happens.
I'm just gonna expect it to be, I mean, I'm gonna plan for the worst, right? Pray for the best and plan for the worst, because it's like, how blessed can I be 3 days in a row and nice days on that, so.
Yeah.